Hello everybody, in this video I am going to show you how I got first in Diamond 2 and why you should never give up at any point during the race. Think about when your controller doesn't work or you just crash during the race and never rage quit, never back down, never give up. In this first bit of the video I show you why you prefer to warm up before going into ranked, because ranked you need a lot of focus. Your focus needs to be high and most of the times your focus won't be in the first few races or first few minutes, that depends on each person. So take into account that your first race might be a bit hard for you and you might lack a little bit of concentration. In the second race, you will see why you should never give up at any given moment, whatever happens to you during any race. And then in the last race, I will show you a perfect example of dominating a race from the start completely until the finish. And this is how you want every race to go. The bad news is, it won't. The good news is there's always room for progression. Here we are into the first race in lap 2. I'm on place 3rd and I'm actually doing pretty decent. Although I only got one turbo at this moment and I knew I was not really driving well. So I was like, maybe my opponents are also warming up not really good. Here I'm taking a shortcut. You should know this shortcut. If you don't use it, it's very useful and very easy. It's only very hard when there's a lot of people trying to go to the shortcut all at the same time, then you might not want to take it. On the left side there was a turbo that you can take. I didn't because I haven't really practiced that one yet. So here on this part towards the finish, make sure you have one turbo left. It will be needed, otherwise you're not gonna win. Then I'm completely messing up this important first turn and the second turn of my last round. I get bumped completely into the fences, unfortunately, by the whole competition. Here you can take a shortcut on the left side. I don't take it because I prefer to get on my turbo here, and I think that is the way better decision for that part of the race. Here, look, the shortcut. I managed to stay behind everybody, and that's why I could take the shortcut without crashing. Here, there's a lot of pressure. I need to take this turn very perfectly because this is the last part before the finish. I use my turbo. I also use my second turbo. I take a decent turn, but I'm way too behind. 7th place. I couldn't do better in my first warming up race. Second race, Sidewinder, a track that I've done a few times. There's some flames here, some lava. Never go into that. If you go into the lava for 2 times in a row, you will slow down a lot. The start was horrendous, very, very tragic. My controller kind of died or something. My keybinds were not working on my controller, and that's why I am behind. I'm barely in the top 10 at the start, and I felt like this is gonna be a very difficult, complicated race. I think right here I already realized I will have to catch up, because that's how it's gonna go. I will have to catch up this whole race. I will have to stay behind, stay within the slipstream of the cars, because when you're behind the cars you go faster than the cars in front of you most of the times. This is a tricky turn that I just took, but it went pretty well. Make sure to not take it too early. Here you can slalom between the lava, or you can go up. I prefer to go up in the air because it's way more safe, and most people will make a mistake if they don't go up and try to dodge the lava. So at this point I am 4th. I am already like progressing. I'm more into the field. I'm more racing against the competition. So I'm gathering turbo. I know I have to do a very good last lap. That's gonna be crucial. Here I mess up another time, so it's my second mistake of the race, maybe my third. But I still try to get a good result out of this race, although I'm not racing perfectly for sure. This turn, take it very late. It's a very nasty turn and you don't want to mess it up. Here I advise you to go onto the walls on the left and the right side because it will be better for you. So we are going into the last lap. I am sixth. I'm in the middle of the pack and I can actually win this race after the horrible start that I had and the 2 mistakes that I made. I can still win. I have 2 turbos, almost 3 soon. I am getting catched up by some cars. I don't panic. I know I have 3 turbos at this point, so I'm 5th with 3 turbos. That's perfectly fine. Here I use 1 because I still want to win the race, so I need to keep myself close to the front. Here I cannot mess this up this turn. I'm doing it decent. It's not amazing, but it's good enough. Then I turbo into the air because I still have 3 turbo and we are close to the finish. This corner doesn't matter. Turbo before the finish in the air. Nobody can block me. Almost first, but I got second. A decent second race. And I am getting more focus, more into it. Let's see how it goes in the last race, guys. Bam! That was a bit too early. Almost 100% boost start. Nobody can catch up with me at this point because I had one of the best start of the pack. Make sure you have a 100% boost start because it does make your race a lot easier, to be honest. I almost never have 100%, but I had it this time. So I'm in the front, I jump up, make sure to take the first turbo. This part, always use at least 1 turbo because this is a part where you otherwise will slow down a lot and everybody will catch up with you. I am taking these corners pretty neat, pretty sharp and nice next to the edges of the track. Look at this, beautiful. So first lap already over. I'm still first actually, and I still got 2 turbos in my car. So I'm taking some very clean turns. Using the boost on this part, otherwise you will be catched up by the others. Still taking pretty clean turns. Three turbos, first place. Nobody catched up with me because I'm drifting very precisely in these turns. I'm using the cancellation of my drift at the end of the turn. You can cancel your drift at any time by steering onto the other direction and pressing your drift button again. In this way you can exit the turns earlier and you will be faster than the pack. And there we go to the finish. The opponent is close, but I get first place. I almost choked in the last lap, but I had the control of the race. I used my drift very precisely and I got the win in Anaconda. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.